Guy on a buffalo wing.
Guy on a buffalo wing. Have you seen that commercial?
Yeah.
For Zaxby's? The guy on the buffalo wing. We saw that for the first time last night and we thought it was the funniest thing. There's an extended version on YouTube.
One
Day,
in the
guy
credits
on a
for
buffalo.
the song in which he used stolen copyrighted material from a movie
One
about the
day,
buffalo riding
guy
man.
on a buffalo. Yeah, but no one would have even known what that was. Was it not for the guy on a buffalo videos?
No, but you could say the same thing for the commercial.
So you can rip a movie. What do you think the backstage posting looks like for the Zaxby's ad where they were looking for an actor to play a guy on a buffalo wing? Do you feel like they were descriptive or were they just say, hey, there's a food commercial?
I don't really think
We need a
Bill,
lead.
I don't think you're getting the emotionality of riding on this buffalo wing. I'm going to need you to do another pass.
Yeah, you're not crying enough when the ranch descends
One
from heaven.
day,
Was it like
guy on
a
buffalo
mechanical bull, except it was just a buffalo wing that he was riding?
wing? What?
It was
No, it's not a
it was-
mechanical bull.
no,
it's
I mean,
like
it looked kind of like
it's like
one,
a
though.
big-
guys in skin tight green suits.
Wait, he's not just on an object. He's instead riding
People.
people in
he
green
had
suits.
some kind of weird buffalo, like it looked wooden almost, like they just painted it or like made it out of something else. I don't know. I wouldn't have thought it was like a mechanical.
You know,
bull,
to make that commercial, they actually got to use the what's it called? Whatever the the 360 LED screen they used to make the Mandalorian.
Oh yeah, that
Yeah,
thing
they
is
used
awesome.
that to
It's
to make-
freaking awesome,
Yeah.
dude.
Lowe's is all out of the buffalo wing paint for the wooden thing.
I actually would like that color orange. I
And if
would
it,
like
like-
something painted that color.
Crackled perfectly. And
Because
it's
I love
just
that
chicken.
color.
You should paint your
an
truck that
entire
color.
room that color at your house.
You should paint your truck that color.
You know, we actually,
Oh, you should
you know, we
paint it
have
that
an
color?
old like Chevy at like my dad's shop, right? That we've
Really?
been working on for like 20 years. And we're gonna paint it orange. We're gonna paint it like
Buffalo wing orange.
Yeah, we're
You
gonna
should
paint it
you
orange.
should paint a room orange and then just put up like buffalo wing decorations all over, like old Buffalo Wild Wing signs or whatever.
And you know what the
And it
funniest
should
thing
be
is
the
that
buffalo room.
someone would come in and be like, "Oh, you really like buffalo wings?" I'm like, "No, not particularly."
I just like this color orange.
and then you shut the door.
I just saw this commercial about a guy riding a buffalo wing.
Yes.
Once upon a time.
I just thought this color matched the Rock's, not the Rock, Vin Diesel's eyes in this one portrait in my house.
Okay. We don't need to discuss that I own a pencil drawing of Vin Diesel.
Yeah, you do own
I still
one.
need to find a frame. It has to be a good frame.
Yeah,
It
it
has
definitely
to be
does.
a decorative
It has to be a good
giant
frame.
frame.
It says family all around it.
It would be nice to get a little like metal thing made that says family
I thought he was going to cry.
underneath him.
It just starts crying.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah, 'cause
So
I had like
touching.
something stuck in my throat.
It's
And
just
it looked
so
like
touching.
I just want to.
I feel like Christian completely missed that. Oh my gosh.
It seems my co-anchor could use a glass of water.
That just has to be part of it, doesn't it?
I really
Every time.
can't keep it in.
I know.
It's kind of sad.
It's like every time that gets brought up, it seems my co-anchor could
Because
use a
that's all
glass
it's-
of water.
Do caca poo poo. You gotta pee pee.
Are y'all ready?
Okay.
I'm Ryan.
I'm Brett.
I'm Christian.
I'm Bruce Almighty.
And welcome to the question at hand, the least specific podcast. What's up, guys, and welcome back to the question at hand. And tonight is a fun one. If you watched last week's episode, you know that tonight we are having a collaboration pitch meeting between some of the weirdest things that we could possibly probably come up with in a week. And I think,
Or in the in the 15 minutes before.
I think everybody except
Because I always forget,
except
dude.
maybe
I always
me forgot that that's what we were doing, and I said something about it last night, and they were like, and Christian and
No,
Brett
you
were
said
over
something today.
but Christian, well, you would have known if you'd come to the national championship game last night
Well,
because Christian and Brett were over, and they said
They were
something,
talking about
and I
it.
said, "Yeah, we have our pitch meeting tomorrow for the weird
they
collabs,"
said-
and they were like, "Oh yeah."
And I came up with mine like 5 minutes later.
Yeah, you're like, all right, I got both of mine. And I'm like, how did you do that so quickly?
I put my mind to it.
Oh my goodness. So does anybody want to volunteer to go first for this? So essentially, you are pitching this product or collaboration or whatever it is between these two or more companies.
We've got one here. Charlie Gummy Worms and Halo.
That's
Strange.
Yeah.
I
wouldn't call
when
that-
I bought these few, I was like, I really hope these are
Oh,
in
yeah.
date.
You bought those for me.
I thought that's why you showed them to me. Earlier today, I laughed and Christian lifted them up and I went, I thought that was you saying, look, it's the ones you bought for me. Thank you. I just said you just thought about it just now.
I've been in like 10 states the last 2 weeks with a number of different people.
Of different people's
And
gummy worms.
I just saw them.
Excuse me?
I just saw them in my car, and I was like, "Oh, someone left these."
No! Okay, that actually does offend me a little bit.
I remember you got me.
Like someone left these gummies in my car.
I did not remember that you got me gummy bears or gummy worms specifically. I remember you got me candy, and I
Right.
thought I left it with my Christmas stuff.
Now, it does say Hello Infinite, which is the current.
The newest
Hello.
one.
But when I did see these, I was like, I looked at them for half a second, like, these are from
How
this year. They're not
old
from
are
like
these?
2009, right?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
this looks like it could be from 2009
Oh, yeah,
completely if
definitely.
that was covered up.
It's
And
like there's a.
I feel like those don't age. Like you could pick up a bag of Charlie gummy worms from 2009 with a Halo thing on them, and they would probably
They would
taste
taste the
just
same.
fine. Yeah.
Jeez, what year is this from?
What
You see Halo on something, and it just brings back like.
Flying the
Did you
purple
ever play
spaceship
Halo?
around.
Yeah,
Oh, see, I was
I think
never
I played
a Halo
it at
guy.
your house.
you played it with me a lot.
Oh,
Dude,
really?
I played Halo 3 with one of my buddies back from Lubbock all the time. Like it was fun.
A
We'd do
ridiculous
like
amount of
all this
time.
random stuff.
Halo 3
Yeah, it was
was
fun.
the game.
Was that what we played?
That's what everybody.
Three?
Yeah.
That's what everybody said. But I don't know. If
I never knew what we were even playing. I mean, I did, but
I never owned it. But I never
but you
like.
played it.
No, I never played it.
Yeah,
Like,
I never owned an Xbox. I mean,
well,
I would go over
had
to my
an
buddies.
Xbox.
Yeah.
But no one ever played it. Like that was not something that we ever played. We played Call of Duty. But we never played Halo. And I feel like I missed out on this giant cultural thing because everybody's like, "Oh, bro, remember Halo 3?" And I'm like, "No.
Yeah.
No, I don't remember Halo 3. Sorry."
Do you remember going to the school bathroom where the acoustics were good and singing the song?
The first one I ever played was Halo Reach.
That one was terrible.
I thought it was okay.
I still think it's
yeah.
a funny name.
I've heard Halo 3 is fantastic. But I don't know. I don't know if it was that I just didn't know anybody that was playing it or what the deal was. But
It was not a game. It was not like Call of Duty.
It was not a game. That's how
not
bad
a
it was.
game.
It was not a game. I have to say, you had to have the right friends to enjoy Halo.
Oh,
You
really?
wouldn't have enjoyed it playing with yourself. Like if you were playing with another friend and it was just you and him
Yeah.
at the house.
I mean, I would
just
say
friends,
I would
just
say
chilling.
Call of Duty was the same way. Like I don't remember ever just like sitting down and playing Call of Duty by myself back in the day. Like I always played with other people. I'd even like met some people online that we had like played with when I was playing with some of my friends that were like, "Hey, you want to like play with us after school?" And I'm like, "Sure." So I played with these dudes from like freaking New Jersey or something. I think one of them was
Oh,
from,
yeah, I remember you told us about that one.
and we
Chris's
played
cousin?
from, no, it wasn't Chris's cousin.
No.
But he was from like New York, wasn't he? Yeah. But
Forget about it.
It
what he
wasn't
sounded
him,
like,
but
right?
it was just these two random dudes. I'm probably still friends with them on Xbox at this point. Wherever my Xbox is, because I haven't owned one. Well, I still own it, but I haven't actually turned it on.
need to
and
get him on the
played it in
podcast.
years. Yeah. Hey, you remember back in the day when we played Modern Warfare 2 together like all the time? I mean, they'd probably be down to come on the podcast. Why not, bro?
Those were the good old days.
Dude, Modern Warfare 2 was the go,
That was my game,
bro.
Yeah.
We
Is that
played
the one
so
that
much, and
Press
I was
F for respects was in? Or was that 3?
What?
Press F for respect to pay respects.
Is that 3?
I have no idea.
I don't remember.
You never seen people in like Twitch chat typing F?
Yes, but I don't know the.
It's because I think
That
it's in
was-
3. The one that Kevin Spacey is in. Anyway, there's a part in the game where
It's not 2.
you're at a
Yeah.
the first thing, like the first mission, your partner or whatever gets killed, and then you're at the funeral, and instead of just being able to walk around or walk past the coffin to create the next scene, on PC it would be press F to pay respects,
Oh, really?
which would then. But it looked like it was an action you were doing in the game. It was, but it was just to generate the next cutscene.
Yeah.
But everyone was like, "Why do you have to press F to then in the game pay your respects to your
Yeah.
dead social friend?"
Dang.
Like,
No, I don't guess I mean, we played on Xbox. Like, we didn't
Yeah.
have. We were
but
not.
that's where that meme
we were
came
not
from.
PC gamers back in the day.
So that's
I
when,
feel like most people were not PC gamers back in the
No.
day. Like,
they weren't.
consoles were so much bigger back in the day than
Absolutely.
they are now. Now everybody's
Mhm.
like, "Oh, you have to have a PC," which is true to an extent. Like, if you want to play,
The
at, like,
benefit leans much
the
more
top-
to PC now than it did.
if you want to
then.
play like the top level, you have to have like a really nice graphics card and be able to run games at like 1,000 FPS. It seems like, which does make a difference. Like, you really don't realize how much of a difference that it makes until you like buy a nice monitor
Mhm.
and switch from console, and then you're like, I've been missing out on so much.
Then you're like PC Master Race.
Yeah. Dude, I mean, you don't, I feel like at one point I was like, oh, why are these guys playing on computer? Like, why are you playing on PC? That doesn't make any sense. Like, just
Lame.
play on PlayStation, bro. But then I got one.
Don't you all have phones? No, that's a whole other meme. We don't have time to explain.
Yeah.
Don't you guys have phones?
I don't know, man. It's so nice. I can't recommend people to get a PC enough at this point. Like, even when they were like announcing the new PlayStations and Xboxes and they said, "Oh, well, they'll run at 120 FPS." I'm like 3 times that on my PC. Like, is that really benefiting me that much? Especially when Discord gets integrated into PlayStation. Then it'll be money.
Oh yeah, I haven't even thought about that. That's true.
Yeah. That's supposed to happen
dang.
sometime
That's
this
like
year,
the
I
next
think.
big thing.
That's supposed to happen sometime this year.
Whoa.
They partnered last year sometime.
Hmm.
So it should be this year, which I'm
Discord server. That doesn't work quite as well. There's not
super...
enough.
My Minecraft server. All right. Does anybody want to go first on this collaboration deal?
All right. So gummy worms and no, I'm just kidding.
I mean, I can go first if you would like me to.
Yeah, I want you to go first.
Okay, so my first one is kind of what sparked this. And I will preface this by saying there was very little that went into this other than I saw a logo of a company and thought, oh, dude, that would be so crazy if they collabed with this other company. So everybody likes grilled cheese, right? I mean, I used to not like grilled cheese, but I'm more on top of it now. And what kind of cheese would you say that you
What
prefer?
changed?
I don't know, man. Really, I think I just grew up and my taste buds changed, like
That does
legitimately.
Which means in the next 7 years, 7 years from now,
It's
you're gonna be
done.
the biggest fan of mac and cheese.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
yeah. I was just thinking that.
That's all I can think about now. Is like,
when I have
Ryan doesn't like
when I have a
macaroni.
kid and that's like all they want to eat, and I'm like, okay, fine, I will eat some mac and
as
cheese.
you're cooking the mac and cheese.
Well, I wouldn't throw up.
I know, I'm
about
joking.
it, but
Or pickle. You could like pickle.
so
No pickles.
what would you say is the staple for making a grilled cheese as far as
Getting it
cheeses
from
are
Sonic.
concerned?
Oh, other than that, yeah,
Just got one.
it's not the best grilled cheese.
It's only $1.59.
I would get that as a kid like, every time. And now,
Do you really need to whisper?
this is the Sonic Grilled Cheese ASMR podcast. We're now going to open the greasy tinfoil bag. Okay. Anyway,
Welcome to the Sonic Grilled Cheese Hour.
This is Brian Thompson. Okay.
If you were going to make a grilled cheese,
I'm sorry.
what would you
You
say
gotta
is
have
like
butter.
the staple cheese?
Oh, the staple cheese?
Yeah.
Kraft
Singles?
singles.
Okay.
That shouldn't be the answer, but they do make it really good, even though
So-
there should be nasty.
Kraft singles are this square yellow
Cheese product.
SpongeBob.
cheese product.
Cheese-like product.
Now, what would you say is a paper product that Kraft singles resemble?
Sticky notes.
Yes. So here's the collaboration: Post-it notes and Kraft singles. Now, hear me
Wait.
out. You're probably like, what the heck would they do with that? So you remember back in the day when fruit roll-ups had like tattoos and
Yeah.
stuff printed on them?
Yes.
So they need to make sticky note cheese that has like random quotes that are funny, like a Dove wrapper where they have like the funny quotes or
Right.
Yeah.
inspirational
Or a
quotes or
Halls.
whatever on them. They could do like random funny to-do lists or like grocery lists or something like that. So
Wait a minute. Would this be a novelty or would it be functional?
oh, it would be functional because there's no like, I mean, there's no
I need to say
benefit
something.
other than it might entice people to buy Post-it note Kraft singles rather than regular Kraft singles just because of the comedic factor that there's something written on your cheese. But there's no difference because like just like the fruit roll-up tattoos or text, they have no effect on the taste or anything to do with the actual like function of the product.
Could be like a temporary tattoo, and you could put the to-do list on your tongue.
You
after it's on the
could if you
cheese.
really wanted to, but then you have to
But
lick
it's
your cheese
cheese.
before you put it on your grilled cheese
Okay,
or something.
Here's how is it sanitary in any way?
What's
Well,
not
you're gonna
what's
eat
not
it,
sanitary
so-
about it?
I need to say
But
something.
you can't use it as an actual sticky note if it's cheese.
I don't need it to be a stick. It's not. You're not using it as a sticky note.
I need to
So
say
it's a
something.
novelty.
It's just a normal Kraft single that you would use as cheese, but printed on the cheese
Okay.
as like a marketing tool. Or hey, this is funny. Buy this cheese instead of the regular one.
Okay, so now I understand it.
Or it could just be a limited time run that instead of actually selling normal plain Kraft singles, they say, oh, look, we partnered with Post-it notes for 3 months and we're going to have these
Don't
Post-it,
cut the cheese.
Post-it note Kraft singles.
You're not going to believe this.
Yes.
It exists.
No.
Oh.
I've actually used, I swear on everything, a slice of cheese as a note one time.
Did you really?
Mhm. I remember being in high school. I don't remember if it was at like
What did you write on it with?
a church sleepover, a pencil, and I carved into it
Really?
because I didn't have any paper.
I didn't have any Minecraft still
I didn't have
paper.
any- I didn't have any paper. And I don't know what I was trying to say. I didn't have any paper, but I had a slice of cheese because what they're good for, they're like ninja stars. Or if you throw them at anything, they stick.
Ooh, that could also be a thing. So you know how people throw them at cars and they stick?
Yeah.
You could try to get it to stick text side to window
Mhm.
and you could like have notes on there. So you
Yeah.
could get custom printed Kraft singles. So you could put like follow me on Instagram at whatever, and then you could try to stick them to people's cars so that when they look at it, they're like, "What the heck? There's a piece of cheese on the car," and they're like,
Yeah.
"Wait, there's text on there. Follow me on Instagram."
I
No.
Yeah.
Don't give this technology to influencers.
Mhm.
Don't give this cheese.
It's a
to
good, I like the idea of the Post-it note, the
cheese it note.
Well,
Yeah.
and
pasteurized it note.
so I don't know if you've
Good
seen.
night, everybody.
I don't know if you've seen Post-it's new logo.
No.
Have you not seen there? So it used to be a lot of. There were several Post-it notes. Now there are just 2, and when you look at them, it looks like 2 Kraft singles.
What?
That does
So
kind of look
this-
like cheese.
This is their new logo.
Okay, that does look
Tell
like
me
cheese.
that doesn't look just like cheese.
That
The
looks
old
like
logo
cheese.
was better.
It does.
It looks like Kraft singles. So now you have
I can see how that popped in your head.
now
Now,
you have a Post-it Kraft singles collab with unlimited possibilities.
Except for the several limitations.
which are what? What are the limitations,
I don't know.
Braxton?
It's cheese.
You're not physically writing on it. Like the only way that you would actually be able to write on it would be with like a Sharpie. Because last time I checked, you really don't want to eat a Sharpie. So that's probably not a good
I
idea.
Want to, but
you
I
could
don't.
have, maybe that's the next collab too, is Post-it craft singles with Sharpie, and they make
Edible Sharpie.
food safe Sharpies so that you can write on craft singles.
All right, you got me. I'm in. With that one, you got me. Don't look. What did you just read, Christian?
What, bro?
What did you just read?
What is it?
He just saw the list of stuff on my phone and he gave a really funny look.
Oh. All right. Well, I mean, that's really it. I mean, you could have sunny side up grilled cheese that has Post-it note on it. Post-it note cheese. So it says something funny while you eat it. There's the customizability factor that you could order custom craft singles from Kraft. Custom craft Post-it singles. Yeah. I mean, I feel like there's lots of possibilities there.
I like that one.
It's super random. I saw that.
You have to go into a lot of detail to sell me on it, but I'm sold.
I'm telling you, bro.
Yeah.
It's a good idea.
Well, I don't mind going next because mine's sort of food related also.
Let's get it.
So it's no secret to the podcast that our favorite drink is
Mountain
Dew Baja Blast.
Yep.
Okay. So I was thinking, Baja Blast. What would be the best collaboration? Baja Blast.
Jimmy Neutron.
And then I started thinking about
Office
commercials.
Baja Blast
And
off.
who would be the best salesmen to sell Baja Blast?
Guy Fieri.
The Baja Men.
The Baja Men.
You know, Baja Blast was actually invented in 2004. And I wonder if there was ever a commercial that had the Baja
See-
Men in it. Because in 2004,
that
they
would
could
have been
still,
peak Baja Men.
I know. Whenever I thought of that, I was like, how have they not already had a commercial with the Baja
Can
Men?
you blast it like this? I can Baja like that. See, it's right there.
It'd be so good.
Or a collab with Queen. The Baja Men Rhapsody.
Or a collab with SpaceX or NASA.
That's a pretty good one.
Baja Blast off.
So,
Or the guys who drive those trucks in the desert.
so I was trying to. You said
That
that
is
it'd
it
be,
Baja, like Baja on geography, like where they have like the cross country like truck races, like off road racing.
yeah. Oh
I
yeah.
have
Like Dune
no
buggies.
idea
I know
what you're talking about.
Well,
But the internet disappointed me because I thought at least somebody would have had this same
Would have
idea at some
edited it.
point.
and made it,
And
and
I
they
looked-
didn't.
I looked for any image of the Baja Men at least holding a can of Baja Blast or something.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Dang. That's crazy.
Now I didn't go into a whole lot of depth looking for it. It could be out there, but at least in the Google search, nothing. Now the possible reason for that is Baja Blast is spelled
With a J.
B-A-J,
And theirs is with
and
an
theirs is
H.
B-A-H-A.
That doesn't make
Oh
a
my
difference.
I
God!
don't know.
Why?
I
What?
don't know.
That's so true. Okay, now I hate them now. Not really. I can't say that.
Now
Isn't it supposed to be
Our-
like from the Bahamas?
that's what I was wondering because
Oh yeah,
they're
never
not
mind. I
they're
don't
not
hate
American.
I'm
It's
like,
still weird though,
Yeah.
because
the-
you assume
the
in your
Bahamian-
brain
It's the Bahamian Men. They just shortened it.
they should have called themselves the Bahamian Men. That's amazing.
They just switched it to Baja Men.
So yeah.
That's awesome.
And speaking of Taco Bell, the one that
You did find one on the internet.
there
the
is
other day.
an image that I found that it was a little bit too easy, but was it like
some
Charmin
low hanging
or
fruit. Yeah.
some
It was Charmin or Cottonelle or something like that.
I think it was Cottonelle. Yeah. There's an image on the internet of Cottonelle toilet paper with the Taco Bell branded Cottonelle.
Which
Scott.
I've
It
seen
was
that
Scott.
many times
Scott.
before.
Okay, Scott.
Scott Fiesta Strength.
I
12 big rolls.
I do like that one a lot. I
mean,
want to see that.
Again, how has it not already happened? I feel like
I
that
don't
should
know.
have happened.
It probably should have.
In
at this
another
point.
reality, it did, but we missed
yeah.
it. We're in the bad timeline. Where the
It happened in the
boss-
multiverse
Yes, it did.
somewhere. Yeah. All right. Anybody want to go next?
I can. Okay, first I want to preface this with a few funny things that popped in my head.
Okay.
You can put some of them on screen if you want to, but that's up to you.
Okay.
You're putting in the work. So the weird brand that aren't brand collaborations, but it's like branding things. Like when they put like Minions characters stickers on bananas,
Mhm.
or like Dora sticker on a banana.
There used to be a lot of those.
It's just a banana. And the kid knows it's just a banana. You know what I mean? Like that's just failed marketing. In the same vein, like, hold on, let me find it. Okay. We've talked about this in the podcast before, but this exists.
Which is the Jar
The
Jar.
Jar Jar Binks popsicle, where a kid is supposed
like
to
a
lick
push
Jar Jar's tongue.
Pop or what is
Yeah.
this called? Push up pops or something.
Push pop.
Yeah.
It's like a sucker that you push up. It's in a tube.
Yes.
Looks like lipstick.
Yeah.
It's like
almost.
lipstick.
Yes. But that was real.
Yes.
And that has to be one of the worst like branding things that's ever been created by man. Like this should be destroyed in a fire. But I also want one to put on a shelf.
You should get one to put on a shelf.
I wonder-
Maybe that should be the Christmas present for you next
Oh
year.
God. They probably cost like
$3.
no, they probably cost like $50.
There's no way.
Do you want me to find out?
Fine, keep going.
Yeah, just keep going.
Okay. You can.
We'll figure it out later.
All right. So my real idea was I started for some reason down the path of, okay, all the YouTube ads you see over and over and over again, them collaborating with each other. And the first funny one that came to mind was something like Manscaped teaming up with Raid Shadow Legends.
What would they do?
I don't know. But couldn't you see that, like in Raid Shadow Legends, there would be like a hero that somehow involves using razors or
I
like
could see
beard
like
cutting devices.
Manscaped and Dr. Squatch teaming up.
Yeah, but that makes sense. It has to be bizarre, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Or at least that's the way I thought. But is there any other that y'all could think of where like those stupidly like overplayed YouTube ads that need to be put together?
I'm trying to think. A lot of my YouTube ads that I get are like preset related for like Final Cut Pro, or
Mhm.
they're like, you should get an Artlist subscription or whatever.
World of
That's
Warships.
what I get a lot.
World of War.
I don't think
Yeah,
I've
World
ever
of
seen
Warships
a World
needs
of
to
Warships.
team up with.
Raid Shadow Legends.
Yeah, they do. No. World of Warships and NordVPN.
Oh yeah, NordVPN is another one.
Yeah,
NordVPN and Manscaped.
I don't see. I get those.
Any combination.
NordVPN
works.
is one that you get like in a video that someone's like, this
know.
episode is sponsored by NordVPN.
Sponsored by Nord of Warships.
I don't know, man. Most of the time, I don't even pay attention to the ads
No.
because I don't get like the cool ads. I get like the freaking dumb ads. That's like spend money on some
mean like
random
every
thing.
ad?
Well, yes, but some of them are like you get something cool like freaking Dr. Squatch soap,
Or
which I use, and it's fantastic.
what's the one? I always get ads for it and I hate it. It's like, it's a mobile game, but it's called like Evany.
Oh yeah.
And they always run the ads where it's like a puzzle, where it's like there's a monster, there's gold, and there's
Yes.
water, and there's lava.
Mhm.
And those
Like,
games
and
are
they trick-
actually cool.
Well, no. Well, yeah,
The ad.
the ad is cool,
The ad is cool.
but that's not in the game.
yeah,
It's fake advertising to lure you in
Yeah.
to be like, oh, this dummy can't even.
Have you seen the
get the
ones
gold
where
for
you
the
have
Minotaur.
where you have warriors and do math problems and run through gates, and they always pick the wrong one, and so by the time they get to the end, it's like 2 against 35. When it's like
No.
times 100 or divided by 50, and they're like, "Oh, divided by 50, I'm gonna increase my numbers." And you're like, "This is so dumb. I really want to play this game," but then the game is
It's not
nothing,
that.
nothing
It's
like
just
that.
a mind thing.
Yeah.
It's so dumb. And it is also funny though that the that the ad company makes it. It's like, why doesn't someone just make that game?
That game would be better. You would get more downloads if that was the game.
Or have you seen the famous one where it's like, I was watching a YouTube video of a guy called Mini Kudos who was doing a video about that, about why are mobile gaming ads completely different than the games. And there was a famous example of something called like April's Garden or something.
Mhm.
And it's just it's like an isometric view, like garden planting, harvesting game.
Yeah.
That's all it is. But the ad for the game was like a 3D generated character who I guess is April. And it shows her not in a garden, but her like having fun in her life. And then there's like a pregnancy test that she's pregnant. And the guy she's with then gets in a car and drives away comically. And then she's left crying on her porch.
No
And
way.
then it cuts to like April's Garden. Play now.
Oh my gosh.
And it's like,
You know what that
What?
just made me think of? Do you remember back in the day when Facebook had games on it? Like Farmville and all that stuff?
it's like
Yeah.
so and so was playing Farmville, and it no one ever went, "Oh, Farmville, I want to play." It just made you hate that person.
Oh, I played Farmville all the time, bro. It was
well,
great.
I know, but did you ever post and say I'm playing Farmville? Or did you just play it?
I probably just played it. I might have
That's what I
posted like
mean.
once or twice. But
I'll stall my
dude, it
corn
was so
today
much fun.
at 12:43 p.m. on a Tuesday during school.
Yeah.
It was
Oh
so
my
much fun.
God.
All that stuff
Okay.
got made into apps. Like all of those Facebook games.
Mhm.
Was Trivia Crack one of those?
No, it was
Okay.
just an
Oh
like
my God.
iOS app.
I love
It-
Trivia
dude,
Crack.
Is
you
Trivia
can still
Crack the
play.
one with the wheel?
Yeah.
Yep.
I still have
it's
it on
just
my
a
phone.
weird random category, and you play
Does it
trivia.
still work okay?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it works great.
It's the same.
We'd
Yeah.
have a Trivia Crack tournament.
We should.
Oh,
That would
man.
be awesome.
That would be pretty fun.
That would be really cool. All right, Christian, let's hear it.
Well, to preface this, I should say that mine are literally unhinged. And I did not know that we were trying to sell our ideas. I just came up with the most
bizarre.
most
That's okay.
absurd.
That's
possible.
fine. You don't have to
Perfect.
try to sell your idea.
One also should have happened in the past, but I'll get to that.
Oh, okay.
one. Just my marketing mind.
Mhm.
Well,
Fire and the wheel. Put them together. Sorry, should have happened in the past.
Fire.
It's called a train.
yeah. So the grill and the Kraft cheese slice. No, I'm just kidding. How many of you are familiar with the Georgia Guidestones?
Oh yes. I am.
Okay.
What?
I guess I'm not.
What is
See,
that?
they had problems marketing themselves.
So
no one knew they were
thing.
The Georgia Guidestones were placed in 1979, and no one knows who put them there. It's a series of massive
They're giant
granite
stone
tablets containing a new 10 commandments for humanity should there be a massive doomsday.
Oh,
things.
wait,
And
I
it's
have
written
heard of
into like
these.
multiple languages.
8 languages. No one knows about it. It's very cult-like. They did not get themselves out there well. Whoever knows about it, but whoever does not.
Yeah, they didn't
And they're
market
like-
them.
They're like always vandalized too. People vandalize these things,
which
all
is
the time.
hilarious.
Which
So
is
like
why-
the idea of like, let's put something there for humanity when we blow ourselves up,
Yeah.
and we reset back to zero. Cut to a punk kid like spray painting
Yeah.
a penis on it.
Let me.
That's humanity
Yeah,
in a nutshell. Is it
pretty
not?
much. Yeah.
So here are the 10 instructions. Maintain humanity under 500 million in perpetual balance with nature. Guide reproduction wisely, improving fitness and diversity.
Okay.
Unite humanity with a living new language. Very strangely culty.
Yes. The first thing.
Rule passion, faith, tradition, all things with tempered reason. Protect people from and nations with fair laws and just courts. Let all nations rule internally, resolving external disputes in a world court. Avoid petty laws and useless officials. Balance personal rights with social duties. Prize truth, beauty, love, seeking harmony with the infinite. Be not a cancer on the earth. Leave room for nature. Leave room for nature. So whoever came up with these rules did not do a good job of instilling them into people.
No, they're also in a weird order. You should put the reproductive restrictions at the end once you hook people in.
I feel
Right.
like, yeah.
Those at the beginning makes you go, oh. But if
Yeah.
at the beginning you start
Wow.
with,
That means
Something
6.5 billion
Hey.
people have to die.
Hey, maybe maybe that was
Also, it's funny. It's like these are all things that we're not capable of now. Why would we be able to do it if we have
but
no
we might be capable.
toilets?
We might be capable of it in the future
Maybe.
if the next generation learns about it. Which is
But
why
they
I'm
have to
saying.
find these stones in Georgia. Whoever's alive on Earth.
Which is why I'm saying the Georgia Guidestones should announce a kids Lego set, a reproduction.
Okay. But not too many reproductions.
No,
And with
no.
diversity.
Just the select kids that you think should know about it.
That's exactly how they would do it, wouldn't it? They would pick select
This is how
kids.
you
and the
condition them
brightest.
to carry on whatever group was behind this. This is how you continue that viewpoint. And I studied cults. I studied marketing and cults. This is right in my wheelhouse.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm just saying. I think it should be like a 7+
That's awesome.
age group,
7 plus.
7 to 99.
so they can.
If you're 100 years old, get the hell out.
yeah, right, which I think that's.
You ever notice that?
I think that's 11, but they like ran out
Oh
of
my
money and they
gosh.
couldn't.
That's
But,
hilarious.
that's my first one. My second one is even more unhinged.
Oh,
So
man.
that one was up there.
That's awesome.
Oh, I was about to.
How would they go about choosing which kids? Or is that like some kind of test that they would have to give people? Or is this like, that's the grossest sound?
I don't know. Just whoever wants it, I guess.
How many would they have to make then?
The kids that like, I don't know.
Like Braxton
Digimon.
would definitely have owned one of these because he loves Legos.
And cults.
Yeah.
But
I feel
mostly
like he would have.
Legos. But mostly Legos.
That's how you bring them in.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good idea.
Yeah, it's pretty solid. So my second one, this took me forever to come up with. I thought of several ideas. Wasn't real crazy about any of them. But I think, so everybody knows what LL Bean is, right?
Yeah, and I think
It's
it's,
just-
a funny name.
LL Bean is, I think that's like named after someone. I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure
it's a
someone's
dude.
name was LL Bean. We actually went to like their big, like
His
original
initials?
store.
Looney Louie. Little people. How many people know that?
Did you just make that up?
No, he learned it from the Lego set.
Yeah, I just made that up. I thought it was a funny name that would elicit a laugh, but instead it was silence, so I failed. It
So
wasn't stupid enough.
we went to Maine on vacation, and on the way back to Boston, we stopped at like the big LL Bean store, which
And
I
they just
I
sold
think
beans?
is like the original one. No, so LL Bean is an outdoor clothing company, and outside of the door of this building, there is a gigantic LL Bean boot, like
Makes
enormous boot.
That you drink.
Bad Lads needs to go to Boston.
Chugging the world's largest boot.
Drinking out of the dust bean.
Well, we just came up with another clap. Anyway,
Das Bean.
so LL Bean makes outdoor clothing and equipment. And I have a like pullover anorak style like rain jacket windbreaker thing that I love. I wear that thing a lot. And I think LL Bean is really cool. But the problem that I have is in the winter or like in the summer, when it's really hot and I go play disc golf, sometimes the courses, depending on how nice the course is, are extremely easy to get poison ivy or poison oak or something like that. And B, all of the plants and weeds and vines and everything are in like full growth mode. So sometimes it is like extremely difficult to walk through the brush in shorts. But there are no like decent outdoor pants that are one, cool enough to wear during the summer, or tough enough to withstand all of the undergrowth and vines and things that you have to deal with. So I think because of all of the technology that this company has, LL Bean should collab with SpaceX and make moon pants. Now these pants, these moon pants. So when I think of the moon, I think of
moon shoes.
I think of things like light and kind of airy, open, things like that when I think of the moon, which totally could not be an accurate depiction of the moon. Just going to go ahead and throw that out there. But that's kind of the vibe that I get when I think of the moon, because there's not really supposed to be anything there. There's not much gravity. So they should make these moon pants that astronauts in their suits, granted, those suits are probably pretty warm, could wear underneath their astronaut suits, like their space suits. Yeah, whatever they need to do. So they would be like waterproof. So like disc golfers would love these, because if it rains and you need to have on pants, you want to have on some kind of waterproof pants. And if it's hot in the summer, you don't want to have on these pants that are really hot. Like they need to be a lightweight, like space-like material that SpaceX probably has the technology for. And they need to engineer these moon pants that people like me, or just people that like go out and do like yard work in the summer and are like in the woods doing any kind of cleanup, undergrowth stuff. Something where you could get poison ivy, which if they have some kind of anti-poison ivy technology, that would be pretty sweet too. You wouldn't need that in space unless you're trying to grow poison ivy in space.
Unless there's a chimpanzee that flies through the air.
Yeah, you wouldn't need it in space. But honestly, as of right now, not many people are going to space. So these moon pants would need to be marketed to the current generation of people that are here on Earth. And these are probably not the most stylish pants, if I had to be honest. I mean, you never know. LL Bean in SpaceX, especially with Elon Musk at the helm, you never know. They could be the flyest pants anyone's ever seen in their life.
So the pickup line where you say, "Are those space pants?" would no longer work.
What?
Why is that a pickup line?
What is that a pickup line for? I've never heard that.
Or are you just happy to see me?
After the show.
Okay.
Oh, man. So anyway.
See, I thought you were going down the path of, I was like, let me break it to you. In about 2003, they had zippers on people's knees.
No.
Where you could unzip.
They do have those.
Pants, shorts.
Just
and
like,
I had a pair.
When you looked up like funny pickup lines in like 2010 on iPad apps, it would always be like the top one. And it was like, "Are you wearing space pants?" I'll finish it.
Uranus?
No.
Oh.
No. See this one out.
I can see Uranus. That's so funny. Anyway, so yeah, moon pants, things that astronauts could use, but normal people would buy because they're super comfy. Like it would feel like you were wearing shorts. So like the heat outside would not affect you in any way because you wouldn't even feel like you have pants on. But it would protect you from poison ivy and all of the cuts and scrapes that you may get while you're out on the disc golf course. Because I know during the summer, last summer I got poison ivy and it sucked. But I also get into like brush and vines and stuff with thorns all the time.
I've never heard that one.
Oh my God. No, I've never heard that one.
It would be relevant to bring this back now for it to come full circle.
Y'all put it down in the
it
comments.
could. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, so what I was saying is like during the summer when I go play disc golf or go in the woods or anything, there were like vines everywhere. And I come home. I
Blur that out.
I come home with like massive
For the
scratches
premium
all
channel.
over my legs. Just huge scratches everywhere. So these would be the lightest,
Fighting cats.
most durable pants
That is good.
ever.
Have you tried fly fishing pants?
I have not, but
Or those things from
are
Like-
fishing pants waterproof?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Mhm.
Every time I see someone
the
like
fish out.
every time I see
And the flies.
pictures of fly fishermen like walking out, their pants are soaking wet. Like they just look like normal pants.
I thought they always just wore waders.
I think most
they
of the
do
time
wear
they
waders.
do.
But
Those would be
I
hot
mean, like,
as crap.
I know.
Like, because there are pants you can get like adventure style, like fishing pants. You know, fishing shirts like very thin.
Yeah,
Doesn't
but if you
sweat
have
soaks
you
up
ever
easily.
caught a fishing shirt on like a branch or anything?
No, I usually don't fish near branches.
I can't win for you.
I also don't have any fishing shirts.
But I do
so
branch near fishes.
They get pulls like super easy. So like
Shoot.
anything that you run into, it like messes up your shirt.
Mm.
And I would assume fishing pants are very similar.
Have you thought about the baggy ones that they like from India that like tourists get with elephants on them
No,
that taper the ankle?
no.
Oh, yeah.
Those to me are like that's the
Where do
kind
you
of
get those?
LL
Well,
Bean.
India.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want the patent pants
Oh yes.
where it sticks out like this far.
Out of your boots.
Anyway, so yeah, moon
The-
pants.
the
LL Bean and
1910s
SpaceX.
You would look legit,
exploration in
though.
Africa.
Those would be super cool.
I'll get my brother on that.
Dude, you
project.
should. You should be
those
like,
pants?
look, here's the deal.
Oh.
With the
Screw the
full-
satellites. Nobody actually needs internet,
The
okay?
helmet.
Everybody has access to the internet from their phone. You don't actually need internet.
guys have
What you
phones?
need are some moon pants.
Moon shoes.
I'll get him to put in the
Did
good
you ever
word.
have
You
some of
know-
those?
Yes, I did.
Me too, man.
And I
Did you ever have moon shoes?
I should have
I
broken
never
my
had moon
ankle.
shoes.
You
I know
have
what you're
moon
talking
shoes?
about though.
I have no clue what those are.
Okay. So moon shoes were these
It's
like
so hard to explain because
They-
it's so stupid.
they really were kind of dumb.
The
so
idea was
the
you had,
essential
like,
was you had
bounce-
trampolines on your feet. And they were these like
Hold on.
hollow, like relatively tall, like outer layer, and then you had these like inside things that were this is all plastic that stuck to your shoes and strapped on, and then there were rubber bands, like really big, thick rubber bands that strapped
Is that not
onto
the
this
like the most
outer.
lawsuit ready toy that's ever been made.
They strapped onto
That
this
looks
outer
so
piece.
dangerous.
And so essentially you walked around in them and it was supposed to feel like there was less gravity because you were bouncing around because your feet were technically off the ground.
and then your ankles were technically broken.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that was moon shoes. Very hard to explain. Just Google it. You'd be better
Whoa.
off Googling it.
They have new ones. They're not called moon shoes, but look at that. It's like the
Ooh.
same technology
Mhm.
or to me, it looks like the same technology they have for the people who have the functional
Those
prosthetic
look like
Yeah.
feet.
those look like roller blades with springs.
That's way safer looking too.
I still feel like it's
No, it's still
You're gonna break an
hypothetical.
We
Cool.
should buy some of those and see if we could dunk a basketball with them on.
tearing ACL.
You would probably hurt yourself in
Yeah.
the process. Yeah.
You've got a 6-foot rim, right?
Yeah. We do have a 6-foot rim in the backyard. I think it's like 6.5. Because like I can stand there and
We can reach it.
reach it.
We can get it with those.
I'm pretty sure that it's that low because it broke.
Yep.
Like you know how you could raise it up and down? I'm pretty sure at one point that part broke. And so it's just stuck at the down position.
Just dunked it too hard.
I guess.
Pulled
man.
a shack.
I
Broke
guess.
the backboard.
It is what it is. Anyway, moon pants. Brett, you're up.
Okay, so this last one is dumb. So dumb, but it's hilarious, I think. So, have you ever seen on the front of cars every once in a while, it's just like it's a black thing that almost looks like a tarp that
Yes.
they put on to protect
It's so
from like
stupid.
rock chips? Well, there's a name for those.
Mhm.
It's called a car bra.
I guess I don't know what you're talking about.
You'll
It's
see it on smaller cars.
Yeah,
most of the
you don't
time.
really see them that
It
much
goes over,
anymore.
like, the
You
front
see it on
where the
older
grill is?
cars.
Yeah, so it most of the time you would see them on something like a silver or white car, and it like tucks underneath like the hood.
Oh,
I think.
Yeah, let
if
me-
I'm
that's
remembering
that's
correctly.
just
And
incorrect, isn't it?
I mean, that was a decent picture of one.
Oh yeah.
So it like fits over the front of the car.
Mm.
Oh, right.
What's
Well,
your-
I guess.
yeah.
But to me, I've seen those like a certain model era of Mustang. They
Yeah,
didn't have that.
Yeah.
But they had a plastic front that looked like that.
Yeah.
It's a car bra.
yeah.
Yeah.
They call it a car bra.
What's your pitch? Car underwear?
Well, I've always thought car bras look really ugly
Car lingerie.
on cars. And Ford Motor Company had one of the most unstoppable cars back in the day. They no longer make them, but it was the Ford Crown Victoria.
Hmm.
They
Crown
need to
Vic.
make the Ford Crown Victoria's Secret,
Oh,
Car bra.
God.
and it will be beautiful.
Okay.
Are these like
That's such a stretch
wait, wait,
for
wait.
a wordplay.
are these
You know
going
that?
to be
I
the
know.
are these going to be a new type of car that come with a car bra already
It
installed?
comes with it already installed.
So this would be a out
And
of
it will
production
be-
car being put back into production
Yes,
as a
kinda like just
collaboration
for-
with
kinda like the
Victoria's
Bronco.
Secret.
Kind of like the Bronco.
Out of
It
production
was
car
dead,
comes back
and they brought it back to life. They need
to
to
do a
bring
collab
back
with Victoria's Secret.
exactly.
And it's only a limited time deal. It would have to be no more Crown Vics after this.
Yes, absolutely. Lots of money to be made.
I feel like that might work.
That's crazy.
I mean,
so crazy.
there's
it
a-
just might work.
There is a segment of the population that would love this because there is a cult following for anything Victoria's Secret. It's not
There
even
really
doesn't
is,
even have
yeah.
to be underwear. Anything that says pink on it, I mean, all that kind of stuff sells like hotcakes.
Dude, all
In
they have
every
to do
mall across
all
America.
they have to do is give him to a couple influencers.
I
Exactly.
don't think I've ever purchased a hot cake. You think I would buy way more for them to be selling so well?
They sell good.
They do.
Yeah.
Almost like hotcakes.
Pink Ford Crown Victorias.
Is the car
With-
pink or just the bra?
Both.
Well, that would look kind of funny.
Double pink.
Then you wouldn't know there was a car bra on there.
Well, that's kind of the point, though, in a little bit of a way, because at least currently, I think
Would the bra
Car
have
bras,
on a like
as they are,
leopard print?
oh, that's an option. That is an option.
Would they
But
have,
as they
would
are
have
right now,
lace
I think
along the edges.
that's an interior option. That's upholstery.
Inside the car, there's just like Victoria's Secret written in like mesh lace.
Yes. Yep.
Crown Victoria's Secret.
So yeah, both of mine were kind of plays on similar wording, but it works in my head at least.
That's a good one. I like it.
But always,
If Ford or Victoria's Secret is watching this, just know we get some royalties for giving you that idea.
Yeah. Right here.
Cool. You heard it here on the podcast. We're claiming an intellectual property. All right, Braxton.
I don't have another one.
What? You only had one?
Ooh.
Boo.
Well, I said one of the other ones. Or maybe like El Gato and
A cat.
and chicharrones. Pork rinds.
Because
I don't know.
You got another one?
Yeah. I tried to come up with the dumbest concept I could ever think of. And here it is. And it's one that they missed the opportunity. Hypothetically, it could work. It's just insane. And so when you're like, think of two things that should never be together, I was like, this is that thing.
Genius.
So you guys can say it with me on the count of 3. Actually, I'm not going to count, but you guys can say it with me. We all know the entity that could use some help marketing themselves.
Internet Explorer.
The FBI Criminal Investigations Division.
Okay.
DB Cooper.
So, who, again, it goes to the same theme as the first one. Insane, but how are you going to market? How are you going to accomplish your task? How are you going to market yourself? What does the FBI like? They like tips. They like gossip. Who is most likely?
Bulletproof vests.
Who are the biggest gossips in the world?
Teenage girls.
Kids.
And old men.
Yeah. Old men at Whataburger.
And then I was like,
I thought you were going to say like women that like mother-daughter functions.
no, kids talk about their parents' business all the time. So I was like, the FBI should appeal to kids
It's already out there.
and say, hey, tell us about anything illegal you hear from your relatives. And they
Or-
would.
Hey, you know
what's
what?
what's the incentive there?
So,
Candy.
You become an orphan.
well, no.
Oh no! That's what I was thinking. I was like, your parents get sent to jail.
Here's the-
Like,
here's the incentive.
what is there an
Here's the
incentive
incentive.
there?
You say, kids, you get to be a spy. You might even say you're spy kids.
Ooh.
That was dumb.
They should make a movie
And
about that.
You just deflated me so much.
Here we go. So,
I just want to know, what is the incentive for the kids?
nothing. You have to just tell. They will follow. Kids will follow anyone that they look up to.
Okay, but
So
what
when-
happens when the first kid's parents get sent to jail and they no longer have parents?
Then that's
Then
kid's
the way it is.
villain origin story.
Exactly. Anyway, so my idea was.
But then that idea is completely killed because there's no way that all these other kids would just keep telling the FBI things,
well,
knowing that their parents could go to jail and they become an
How
orphan.
is this a branding?
hey, there's a crossover. So, well, first off, I was going to go with the IRS, Criminal
Yeah, but
Investigations
they don't
Division,
know. The kids don't
Yeah.
know
into
money.
tax evasion. And I was going to say that they need a spokesperson that appeals to kids who can talk about
Al Capone.
cousin Ronnie, Uncle Ronnie, not paying taxes
Ronald McDonald.
because they would probably hear that conversation. And then my idea for their spokesperson, I said, hey, they should have been in a big show. And I was like, hey, who did I watch all alone as a kid that
iCarly.
talked and I looked up to, and I would have followed any word that he
SpongeBob?
said. The IRS should have adopted
Steve Irwin.
Dora.
the childhood spokesperson of Zaboomafoo. Or the
Okay.
lemur in Zaboomafoo.
Yep. Yep.
And at the end of each show,
If
at the end of each show, they should have said, hey kids,
If you want
Have
to
you
see
seen-
Zaboomafoo get a piece of candy out of the little candy depositing machine,
have you seen any of these illegal acts? Here's how to report information to our tip line.
go to www.zaboomafoo.fbi.
And that's how they would have gotten most of their
Get
leads.
your parents' permission.
It's an insane crossover, I know.
Now,
But theoretically, it's pretty good.
It is to an extent because I just don't understand. How would this work? There has to be some kind of incentive, like, oh, if you hear of some illegal acts, you tell us and your parents.
then Zaboomafoo gets a treat.
Hey,
You know what I'm talking about,
they
right?
could have put him in an electric chair
Zaboomafoo?
and he would have said,
oh my God.
help me.
You would speak? Okay, anyway, that is a very good idea. But it's even better because it led me to this idea. Old men in Whataburger being sleeper cells. You know what that is? You know what I mean when I say that?
Yeah.
How does a Boomerfoot fit in?
What do you mean by sleeper cells?
Like they're like CIA, they're like American Ultra or like what's it called? MK Ultra,
Yeah.
like sleeper cells for the FBI who get triggered by a code word to go and like, murk someone. But it's like 80-year-old men in the coffee shop in the morning.
And someone says, donuts! And they just murder everyone. So every day of the year they kill someone.
And then they like do double backflips.
Donuts.
Like, yeah, it could be donuts. That would work for old men.
Like the old men at night
It
at
has
the
to be
museum.
something an old man would never say.
Get off my lawn!
I also had
It would be something like on fleek.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
yeah.
If it's on fleek.
Fleek.
I
You'd be
also
like, activate.
You seen them TikTok kids? What?
And then the glowing eyes revolving the thumbnails,
I also came up with a music video crossover and I was like, what's the longest artist title of it would be blank featuring blank. And I was like, who are the longest titles I know in music and music videos? And I remember the guy that made the song Tub Thumping.
Oh, right. Chumbawamba.
I get no.
Featuring in the music video, the dance crew Jabberwockies.
Chumbawamba featuring.
I just know it would be the biggest tongue twister.
That's a pretty good one.
That's pretty good,
It would
though.
have to be a good crossover.
Yeah.
Not as good as Subumafu and the IRS, but that was just a good idea.
That's just a good idea. Yeah.
Zimfu in the FBI or the IRS?
Both.
Every
I was talking about the
government
song collaboration.
agency.
The song collaboration would be pretty cool.
now I got mad on that. Quad City
I get
DJs
no
and
doubt.
CNC Music Factory.
Huh?
You picking the longest artist titles and combining them.
Oh. Yeah. I don't know. Does anyone have a favorite pitch from tonight?
Brett, what was the first one you said?
Baja Blast and Baja Men.
That's my favorite one.
Just because of the Baja Blast.
Well, it's just
And the
clever.
Baja Men.
It's just good.
Should have happened.
The Crown
It should've
Victoria's Secret was pretty cool.
Well,
Yeah, he tied stuff together with words.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So bonus points for that.
it's almost like he was lecturing.
I mean, Moon Pants would be pretty cool, though.
Dude, moon pants.
Can you imagine having a
I
pair
like
of Moon
that idea
Pants?
because I would buy a pair of
Yeah,
those.
they'd be great for
I think
mowing your lawn in the summer.
I think they'd be good for golf pants too. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
you do it for disc golf, but I mean,
Golf pants, too.
really any kind of.
I get cuts up whenever I hit a ball out
It's pronounced
at the golf
ketchup.
course, too.
Good night, everybody.
You can leave. Yeah, I mean, they would be good for golf pants. Golf pants are nice. And I will say a lot of professional disc golfers wear golf pants,
Mhm.
even during the summer. They just like wearing golf pants. But golf pants, I don't know if you've ever worn golf pants, but anytime that you get into any kind of thorns, they just like get holes in them and they're just not durable. Like they are legitimately built for a professional golfer to wear one day and walk down the middle of the fairway and then never wear those
And then
pants
throw
again.
them in the trash.
And then never wear those pants again. I mean, that's literally how most of them are. And I have a couple pairs of golf pants, and when compared to like shorts, they are significantly warmer. Significantly.
Yeah.
So yeah, SpaceX and LL Bean hit me up with some moon pants whenever
Elon
that becomes
Bean.
a thing.
I was about to
Elon Bean.
Gotcha.
There you go. That's the collab. Maybe it's not even SpaceX. Maybe it's just Elon Musk.
Ill bean.
I thought Elon Bean was pretty good.
Yeah, but I had to double down and make it worse.
I like the Guidestones.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah,
The Lego set.
The Lego Guidestones.
Yeah, that was pretty good. Any hands for
Yours-
Zabumafu?
Okay, so why?
Yeah.
No, bro.
Why-
Because I
Why-
want to give him
why
a
were
treat.
both
I
of
want
yours-
I wanted him to get a treat out of the
How
machine.
that works?
I'm just wondering, why were both of yours marketed towards kids? Is there a reason for
There's
that?
no
He
reason.
remembers sitting in front of the TV as a child and having
And being like, I need some phloem.
and being influenced by these infomercials.
I wish I was in a cult.
Well, I was just
the
thinking.
greatest
can-
love songs of
you
our
can-
generation.
You are. It's called the Question at Hand podcast.
Yeah, that's true.
Kids, no reason specifically. I was just trying to find two as far opposite ends as I could.
Yeah.
And then they all ended
was a
up
good
like
job.
making sense in the middle
Yeah.
and being pretty good ideas.
See, what we should
But
have
what
done.
if the FBI just made a baby monitor that they had surveillance over?
What?
So,
I thought they already did
They
that.
probably do.
I mean,
You can't-
yeah, I guess. Well, I mean,
Like a
you remember
Google
like
Home.
Was that a knock
When
on the
Alexa-
door?
you remember when like the Amazon Alexas came out and people were like, Alexa, do you
you
report?
watching? Are you listening to me?
Do you report to the FBI? And then it would just shut off. Like, what if?
No.
What if they had made
Try
an
asking again.
Alexa style baby monitor? Because people talk about all kinds of random stuff that baby monitors might pick up. Because they're always on. Like if you got your baby in there, it's always on. So if it was a two-way baby monitor, so where you could like,
Yeah, but they already have them. But the Alexas are already them in everyone's houses, though.
sort of, yes. But if people have older kids or something like that, they may not be as likely to talk about it. Whereas if they have a newborn, you never know what could be said. Just saying. Anyway, that was fun. If you have any of these that you would like to do, aka moon pants, please let us know.
Yeah, and leave your best collaborations down in the comments.
Best collabs down in the comments. Let's hear it. Thank you guys for listening. We hope you enjoyed this episode. Please subscribe to Apple Podcasts. Follow us on Spotify. We are at Question at Hand on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Subscribe on YouTube. Leave us a comment. Like the video. Do all of those things. You having fun?
I started dancing to the.
We'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys. Moon shoes! Moon shoes! Moon shoes! Moon shoes! Moon shoes! Moon shoes!
See, I always thought it was
Those
stupid
commercials
whenever
were
I
on
saw those
crack.
commercials because they always said, "How high can you jump?" And the kids that are jumping are only
Like-
getting like this
Or about
high.
6
3
inches
inches
off
off
the
the ground. How high can you jump? Well, it looks like they're having trouble jumping.
Yeah.